LAPD announced they arrested 21-year-old David Anthony Burke, a social media star known as David, for the murder of a teenage girl who went missing in 2024. Police found the body of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas last September in the trunk of a Tesla registered to Burke at this Hollywood tow yard. That was 17 months after her Lake Elsinore family reported her missing. Court filings say her body was decapitated, dismembered, and bagged up in parts. Police confirmed she and Burke had a relationship. Criminal defense attorney Lou Shapiro.
Once law enforcement issued a search warrant several months ago against him, it seemed like that's where everything was leading. But the questions remain right now. Number one, what was his motive to do this if he in fact is guilty of this? And number two, if he did this, why would he leave the body in a car that is registered to him, where it can just be totally tied to him? Nobody understands that.
Police say Burke is being held without bail, and the case will go to the DA on Monday. His arrest coming after he was named a target of a grand jury investigation back in February. The LA County District Attorney's Office said tonight they were aware of the arrest, and prosecutors would make a filing decision whether or not to charge him on Monday.
One thing that severely complicates the case is she was reported missing about a year before her body was found. So the whereabouts of that body or when she actually passed, no one really knows. Law enforcement may have an idea about it pursuant to their investigation, but we, the general public, we don't know about that. So that will be an interesting point, chronologically and from a forensic perspective.
David rose to fame after some of his songs went viral on TikTok. Days after police found her body, some who knew her told us.
She had a boyfriend named David, and then they have matching tattoos.
David's planned tour was canceled days after the discovery of Rivas's body. David Burke's attorneys issued a statement tonight saying, "Let us be clear, the actual evidence in this case will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death. There has been no indictment returned by any grand jury in this case and no criminal complaint filed. David has only been detained under suspicion. We will vigorously defend David's innocence." Again, this case will go to the DA on Monday. We are live in Hollywood tonight. I'm Laurie Perez, CBS LA. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Laurie. And our team coverage continues now with CBS LA's Nicole Comstock live in Lake Elsinore, where Rivas was from.
And Nicole, you spoke with one of the family's neighbors tonight.
Yeah, and we also knocked on the door where Celeste Rivas's family lives, and they did not answer the door tonight. They haven't really spoken out publicly about her disappearance or the discovery of her body since this story started making headlines last year. But the neighbor who has since made this really touching memorial out here for Celeste says the family has come over to personally thank her for putting the time and the care into doing this, for lighting these candles every night, and for just keeping her name out there in this world. Take a look at these photos here. 14-year-old Celeste Rivas had reportedly been missing from this Lake Elsinore neighborhood since at least April of 2024. Now, last September, her remains were found 75 miles away from here in Hollywood, inside a Tesla belonging to the then 20-year-old singer David. Young people in this neighborhood told us last year they knew Celeste had a boyfriend named David and that they had matching tattoos on their fingers. Tonight, some tell us they've been following this story for months and had a gut feeling that David was the suspect based on where and how Celeste's body was found, they say, and based on the singer's music videos, some of which seemingly depict a young woman being killed and placed in a trunk. The neighbor who made this memorial says she has been waiting for months to hear about this arrest.
Yes, I literally jumped up in my living room and I'm like, let's go. Like, let's get this justice going. I started the memorial because I have a 14-year-old daughter. Having a daughter that's the same age as her, they would have gone to school together. Being her neighbor, it affected me a lot, very much so.
And she says she's glad that investigators took the time that they felt they needed to collect all of the evidence in this case, even if it took a little bit longer than she had hoped. And she surely hopes that justice is served. Reporting live in Lake Elsinore, Nicole Comstock, CBS LA.
Nicole, thank you. Let's bring in now CBS LA assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk.
And Mike, some of us were surprised to hear this arrest did not come from a grand jury indictment. Tonight, you've got some context on that for us.
Yeah, you know, there was a key piece of wording there in LAPD statement that said they will present the case to the DA's office on Monday, which had some of us looking into this saying, well, you already had a grand jury, so were you unable to get an indictment from that grand jury? We spoke with the legal experts today, and we'll show you some video while we talk about this, but they say that this was likely an investigative grand jury, not necessarily a grand jury that they were ever seeking an indictment from. Obviously, a lot of documents related to this grand jury came out during the attempt to get their parents, his parents rather, to testify in front of that grand jury. A former federal prosecutor, Nima Rahmani, today tells me that this was likely the plan all along and that they were likely not ever looking for an indictment from the grand jury, but using it for its subpoena and interview powers.
In an investigative grand jury, typically they don't have the power to return an indictment. That's one of the differences between state grand juries and federal grand juries. Typically on the federal side, the grand jury will do both. But if you convene a grand jury in state court for an investigative purpose, they typically will not return an indictment as well. They can prepare a report, but that will go to the DA's office.
And speaking of the DA's office, we did reach out tonight to see if they have any statement, to see if the case is already in their hands. We have not heard back, but the LAPD in a statement tonight said they'll present their case on Monday to the DA. Certainly we expect to hear more then.
Thank you, Mike. And we are hoping to learn much more from police in the days to come. Stay with CBS LA and CBSLA.com for new information as we get it.